Assalamualaikum and hi, today our group are going to present about high performance liquid chromatography. So firstly, I would like to tell about introduction of high performance liquid chromatography. So, why is it called high performance liquid chromatography? Its earlier name was high pressure liquid chromatography because it involved use of liquid mobile phase requiring higher pressures than gases used in gas chromatography. Next, what is HPLC? High performance liquid chromatography is basically a highly improved form of column chromatography. Instead of a solvent being allowed to drip through a column under gravity, it is forced through under high pressures of up to 400 atmosphere that makes it much faster. It also allows you to use a very much smaller particle size for the column packing material, which gives a much greater surface area for interactions between the stationary phase and the molecules flowing past it. This allows a much better separation of the components of the mixture. The other major improvement over column chromatography concerns the detection methods, which can be used. These methods are highly automated and extremely sensitive.
There is two types of HPLC, which is normal phase and reverse phase. Normal phase is a separation method which allows the distribution of components of a mixture between two phases, one of which is a polar stationary phase, while the mobile phase is non-polar. Next is reverse phase. Reverse phase is the separation method whose mobile phase is more polar than the stationary phase.
Next is I want to share about applications of HPLC. One is pharmaceutical industry, used to control the drug stability, used for shelf life determinations of pharmaceutical products, used to confirm the identify of a drugs. 2. Forensics, used for identification of anabolic steroids in serum, urine, sweat, and hair, used for quantifications of drugs in biological samples. Number 3 is clinical, used to analysis of antibiotics, detection of endogenous neuropeptides in extracellular fluid of brain. 4 is food and flavor, used to ensuring soft drink consistency and quantity, used for sugar analysis in fruit juices. Number 5 is environmental, detection of phenolic compounds in drinking water, biomonitoring of pollutants.
Methods of high-performance liquid chromatography. In this technique, a solution is pumped through a column that contains a packing of small porous particles with a second phase bound to the surface. The different solubilities of the sample components in the two phases cause the components to move through the column with different average velocities, thus creating a separation of these components. The pumped solution is called the mobile phase, while the phase in the column is called the stationary phase.
The advantage and disadvantage of HPLC. In speed, HPLC is extremely quick and efficient. It uses pump rather than gravity. The process can be completed in regularly 10 to 30 minutes. Next is accuracy. It delivers high resolution. It is accurate and highly reproducible. Can be performed with minimal training. Cost and complexity. HPLC can be costly, requiring large quantities of expensive organic. Although it is relatively easy to use existing HPLC method, it can be complex to troubleshoot problem or to develop new method.
So, the difference between high-performance liquid chromatography and gas chromatography is their mobile phase. HPLC use a solid stationary phase and liquid mobile phase, while GC use a liquid stationary phase and gaseous mobile phase. 2. One other difference between HPLC and GC is based on their applications. HPLC is a useful technique for fluid separations, while GC is useful in separating the components in gaseous mixtures. Number 3, we also can point out a difference between HPLC and GC is based on their temperature control. HPLC do not require temperature control strategies, while GC needs its column to be located inside an oven to keep the gaseous mobile phase as it is.
Cost. Finally, the cost of each technique is a determining factor. The gas chromatography technique is less costly compared to the HPLC system that utilizes a lot of equipment including high-pressure pumps to increase its accuracy and shorten the time required for analysis of the sample. This makes gas chromatography being used more compared to HPLC.